What is up, my friends, and welcome to my favorite deck of this patch. Kolgrim for the win. There's just not like a lot of heat waves and movement and locky locks. So there's not a whole lot people can do to deal with Kolgrim this meta. Um, just really not at all. I mean, like sometimes you go up against monsters, it can be a little problematic, but it's not bad because they just like they have to use Imler. They have to have double leader to use Imlerits, and you can usually pressure them enough between Helga and Invo and Cantarella and your Nausicaa Sergeant. There does have a ton of specials in it. I find that just plays better. You don't need them like you do with other decks, but Calvi you do need to be able to get to the top. So you can kind of count that delta. I just find that this has been working really well for me. So I'm going to keep using it. But this is basically Kolgrim and Slave 7 Redux. But this time we're just playing with Toussaint Hospitality. Mostly because I have like only 20 wins with the lockdown ability. And so for my contracts, I need to be able to get some more wins. And there's nothing like getting those wins as quickly as possible. Let's see. I don't even think I have it marked. Let's go and mark it. That's how far back it was. Can I not spell Toussaint? Okay, mastery. You just gotta find. Here we go. 42. This was down in like 30s. I've won like 10 games with it. This is quite fun, and a lot more fun than the stupid Evar, Vilgaport's nasty garbage that's going on meta right now. This is kind of like, yeah, you could have stopped me if you would have teched a little bit, you know? Like, if you would have included some things in your deck, a Yurden. I did lose once to an Igni. Though they had to play all of their cards. So basically the trick with this one is to go really far down the round before the final round. So if you can win round 1, that's usually the best rope-a-dope. Do we have enough to kill here? Not really. So I'll put that back if I don't have like good kill options. Garbage. Sometimes it's better to just give up and give in though. I don't know that I like this that leader a bit, or that stratagem with this leader, because it tells me too much about your deck. There are a lot of ways to resolve that problem. You're up against Nilfgaard, my friend. Gonna have to use a little bit more genius than that. Just let these go to 3 and then steal them. Buhurt also is really good against Indrega Larva, because then it's like, yeah, go ahead. There's your cap. Have fun. Enjoy. Oh, this dude's giant sword is hilarious. Mankind is a virus, a plague. You kind of want to play like you're stupid, like you somehow wound up at whatever rank it is that you are by accident. You have too many cards in your deck because you just think adding cards to your deck is cool. You just want to kind of come across as a little dumb. Okay, this is gonna be like a behemoth, which would be a weird thing to do to boost Indrega Larva, but everybody gets to make choices. Bye-bye. Thanks for playing. Night-night! It it just gets it off deploy, so they have to replay it with something else. I'm guessing that's not what they wanted. Honestly, that's not a bad option. He has enough value up top, right? So let's go for this one. We're on red too, so we have some flexibility in that we can just kind of stop whenever. With between Calvide and Nausicaa Sergeant, we actually have quite a bit of value that we can point slam in round 2. You can use your leader ability whenever you need to. Strange. You have to count it up sometimes, though. 'Cause you have to be like, okay, what can I actually win? Because if you get into a pinch situation where you can't win, then you're screwed. But right now, you get net 7 points off of Buhort because it's 6. It's net 3 plus the 1 from leader. So you get net 7, so 15, 19. 20, 26. Which is actually not enough. So I want his points on. 25 is actually enough, though. So let's do this. Or 24. 24 is enough. 24 is 49, and he goes down by 1 bleed here. So let's do this. Like, what has happened in the world of Gwent where you go up by 20 points and you're like, oh, you know, I'm going to keep playing. I mean, at some point, I'm just bleeding him, right? So, okay, we have enough. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, tie is actually fine, though. Oh, it was the thrive. I was like, I'm pretty sure I counted it out. Though tie is fine. Sometimes I won't, though, just to, like, if I can get the other card. It sucks to, like, lose Yenvo from this. And usually they do a little bit more thinning than 0, but I think they had Oniro, so they'll at least do one more. So the reason why do you go down so many cards is because Kolgrim's Adrenaline 1, and it triggers on your going down to 1 card, not your opponent's. And so that every time they play something else, it'll come back to you. This is kind of risky because they sometimes will have like double predatory dives. Especially if they're going for like Arachas Swarm, then they get the value of having the 1-point unit still. Not a ton you could do about it. We do get Cantarella and Hefty Helga, so if it does go down to a smush round, then like you have a chance. It's not a good chance, but you have a chance. So Yenvo and Cantarella increase this delta by 1 card. Cantarella takes 1 from the top of their deck, and Invo adds 1 to the top of yours. All right, no answer. Yeah, only 5, but it's 10 points per turn, which is pretty hard for some decks to keep up with. And as soon as they play the Nero, it goes to 12 points. And it's doubled, right? Because I have Kingslayer. You usually want this to be like at least 7. You can usually get it to 10. Sometimes you can get it to like 15 if they're doing like hyper thin or like a discard package for Skellige. Okay, thank you for adding to my value. Unless this is like some kind of immediate removal. Predatory Dive would be a lot of sense right here. Nope, they don't have it. It's like Predatory Dive's a great counter here. Nothing they can do about it now. So sometimes just to play around the Yurden, I'll do Letho to the other row. I'm going to do that here. Just because it doesn't look like they have any like immediate removal. They already played the lock. I don't want a Yurden to ruin my day. So, and 11 is too big for something to just immediately kill it. A reset isn't as effective against Kingslayer because he's 5 points. And Fifion is now the target of like a predatory dive. So I've played around enough. The only things that'll really run into problems here are so he comes back, but it's not enough points. It's too early. You need to play everything and then play Yurden. But we correctly played around that. Had I played this to the other row, he could have just passed and won. Can't do that now. Scratch a lot, yep. I'm not playing anything, so he doesn't get the thrive value. I do like the Scratch a Lot Kiki Queen, though. That's pretty fun. I like that. Yeah. It's doomed because you played it with Renew. You can't play it with Renew, my man. All right. Well, they actually got kind of close. Had they played it, they would have actually maybe been okay. They also had leader ability still too. So had they actually played the Scratch a Lot, then they could have. I think that would have ended up being a tie though. I think I won by 8, and they couldn't double trigger the thrive on the Puka that was already at 6. Nilfgaard leaders are a problem for this deck. They cause issues. So you got to be careful. Yes, this is what you want to see, and we're on blue. Glorious. Yeah, these are great. While I might get something a little bit better, it wouldn't be a lot better, so. No locks for you. Interesting. Does he go for it right here? This is like the greatest bait of all time if he does. No. Okay, we'll take this value. I don't want to lose it. Oh, Nero to get a Peller, man. Okay, so the bait you have to do here is to basically just... This is actually kind of genius. I like that on a lot of levels. Interesting. Cool. Chimney Christmas. You want to keep going. You want to bleed them. You want to go till there is no chance for you to survive. They will get cocky. Never use this, by the way. Works great for me because it's a thin, but never use it. So much value. Might get lucky with the Purify. Yeah, they probably want to kill that just to be sure. Sometimes I'll use it if it's in a situation like this. Should have gone for the... Should have gone for Yenvo on the... But he might play it again. You want them to keep playing it if you're going to do it. Otherwise, you run into problems. He does. This gets him enough to kill the Fire Scorpion, which is fine. I don't really care. Interesting choice. Not the worst idea I've ever seen. Boom, boom. And you go till there's no hope. So there is absolutely no hope for you. This is often where people will pass. Once you go down to 4 and you're down, sometimes people just are relentless. They want to win round 1. Sometimes people recognize the deck. So it can get a little dicey from here on in, but... Okay, or you can keep playing your value, I guess. Okay, so on net, we lost an extra one, but we did play in Yenvo to make it equal. Okay, cool. This is exactly what you want. Okay, now I actually, 5 cards is actually pretty good for me because then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's one of these 2, but we'll take Cantarella. 4, and then, oh, there's no, the Helga must have been doomed. Oh, because it was spawned by Eidolon. So yeah, we just want 4 cards then. So we want to play a couple of these. Oh no, I didn't count correctly. Oh, shite. Oh, dagnabbit. What was I thinking? How could I not count correctly? He is a leader too. It's definitely not a Renfrey deck, so. Or if it is, it's a Renfrey that doesn't do anything. Alright, we want Cantarella, and we'll play Cantarella first. We don't really care what the card is. Like, if we lose value off of the Cantarella, it sucks, but it's not the worst thing in the world. 5 card delta, man. Come on, play some cards, people. Again, it doesn't matter. Like, this, we wouldn't got value off that anyway. But it doesn't matter. It's just now 6. It's a 6 point delta. It's a 6 points return instead of 5 points return delta. Okay, that's fine. We'll use Defender here. He already used the Purify. We'll do this next turn. It adds to our Kolgrim value. See, now we get an extra. This is really helpful, by the way, against decks like the predatory dive situation where you can use Boo Hurt to get this up. I would use this now. Like, I wouldn't even care what it is. Just use it. He's on Practitioner. As soon as he spawns, we go to only 10 points return instead of 16. If he spawns with those 3. So, I mean, perhaps they'll figure it out, but they don't seem to be on a glide path to genius, so. Okay, he gets the setup. Not significantly less. Good move. But not enough. It's always a little terrifying to play them to different rows for that reason, but there's just too many row techs right now. Bing bada boom. All right, one last Kolgrim deck. But as you can see, it just plays really well in the current meta. Like when there were more heat waves, Igni and Yurden are really good counters, but they're usually not quite good enough. Unless you allow the opponent to have like a 5-card lead where they can just like throw down points on the board and then Igni or Yurden you after they've played 5 cards. You're usually okay. Oh man. This is the quietest chat I've ever had. Okay, you always want to put these back because you get them back with Calvite anyway, so no stress. Carapace. This is like the ultimate anti-Kelly deck. I don't give a shite about points. And we got Yenbo, so we make short work of her. Let's just put this back. Okay, cool. I want to have one other unit. Yeah. Boop. Thanks for playing. I just don't want them to have reach onto Helga. Sucks to suck. If I twist this like this, I wonder how if the sound quality changes at all, and it does get out of my way a little bit. So leave in a comment if that substantially changed how it sounds. Funny thing here is if it's Kelly, she kills herself. Yes. Oh man. I feel like such an ass today. I don't care, man. Smelly Kelly, I have your number. There's nothing you can do about it. This sucks. This is gonna be it's gonna be Kingslayer. Yeah. So that sucks. Buhard is fun here because now I can manipulate Kelly into being the lower unit. It's tied right now, so there's no reason to do that. And I want them to fall into my trap. There's a good chance they don't have Witch's Sabbath. And Siri actually creates a problem for them where it both reduces the number of cards in their deck and it extends the round for them and not for me. Why would you? We're on red here too, by the way. So sometimes if I end up on red in a situation like this, especially if they bleed out Kingslayer, I'll just push them into a heads up situation. Okay. You've mistaken me for someone that cares. You have to have round control as Kelly if you missed your draws. So I'm getting the sense that they missed their draws. One of these might be Siri and they just lose out on that value. They can't play a unit because Kelly dies. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's enough, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4 because Kingslayer's gone. Okay. Oh no, I forgot about that one. Oh crap. Except I didn't really. Yeah. You just want to do like small faux pas. You want to create a false sense of security. The more powerful and potent that is, the better off you will be. I don't want treason, I want candy. I think we go for cave troll first. Still artifacting that shield from Helga, so. Okay. Nope. Not shabby at all. Seven? It's not great, but it's good enough. Gotta play Siri, my man. Come on. You know you want it. You might have a lock or a reset. Oh, it's a big risk. Kendrill also gives me some Kelly protection, by the way. Should have played this to melee because if he goes Kelly on melee with Witch's Sabbath, then it would also give me back how it would give me back Calvite and where because he witches. Fly, piggy sauce, fly. Let's see. We lose these two, so it's fine. Okay. Nobody cares. And he can kill these two this way, I guess. But he already used Heat Wave, so maybe he has a reset. A reset would make sense. Although I don't know that he wins with a reset. I think he does. This is reset. Or it's not. Oh man. Nice try, my man. Nice try. Like reset would have pushed it into a round 3. But I would have got Nausicaa Sergeant, who is good. Like he's still like your break glass, oh no, I'm screwed play. So I still think we could have won that out. Witch's Sabbath was already played, so they wouldn't have had that mass value come back out again. I think we would have been all right. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, let me know about that change in audio quality, if any. And until next time, good luck out there. Have some fun. Keep on Gwenting. Bye for now.